Hello, my name is Dade. I hope you're doing well. I made a map, app, clock, Urbano Monte 1587 Renaissance clock and how it worked. I gotta explain this a little bit. See, Urbano Monte made this 10-foot planisphere. It was a wide, huge map, and he would lay it on a table. He probably had it on a wall, and it was made to be spun around so he could show all his guests. He was an elite nobleman in Milan, Italy. So people would show up at his house and he would be like, haha, check this out. Let me adjust this light some more. It seems to be moving on me. All right, there's a good look at the map. So he would have these people over and they would just be like astounded at this massive piece of artwork on the wall. And he'd be like, hey, check this out. And then he would start spinning it and showing his guests where they were and parts of the world that was unknown to them, because we're in 1587 Renaissance time period. And this map has a lot going on with it, but today I'm going to look at the function of a clock. In my previous videos, I've discussed how this is an app without electricity and a map, but not so much for navigation because it has some distortions and discrepancies. So we're going to take a look at some of those. Let me zoom in. Think of this more as like an art and craft project. Did I make the most beautiful thing in the world? No. Is it functional? Yes. I used like some scraps that I had at home and put it together. So we're going to take a look at this thing because on our map, the Earth spins and the sun stays where it's at. I think Signor Monte would probably get a kick out of this one. So let me zoom in the camera. I'll get a little better imaging here for you so you can see it. I've marked out some spots. Let's check that out. All right, you guys should be getting a pretty good view of that. This is Signor Monte's map, the planisphere. I marked Italy. Let's find Italy. Italy is right, where is that? I know it's very difficult to see. This is a 10-foot map that I compressed into like 8 inches. So it's going to be very hard to see. We got Japan over here. We got Mexico. So here, roughly, is Italy. Probably on your maps at home, you'll be able to see this a lot better because it'll be in great detail. So let's take a look at that spot. I also have a sun represented. It's separate from the map, so it'll spin. So I'm going to put Milan at noon. I have noon up top, midnight is down below, and because the planisphere spins counterclockwise, which is actually an interesting note right here, because on a normal clock face, that stays still and the hour hand moves around, representing the sun. But on ours, the sun is going to be still and the earth is going to spin. Same concept, just a little bit different. This is more like a heliocentric actually, because this is the earth is spinning and the sun isn't moving. But on a clock, the hour hand is moving, which is the sun, and the clock face earth is still. So that's interesting. All right, so I got the sun right here on the equator, which is the red line. So let me go back and find Italy. So if I find Urbano Monte, I'm going to use Rome because it's very close in approximation to Milan. And because this map is so compressed, I'm just going to put a dot there. So we got that around noon. So now if the Earth spins and I take Urbano to about 1 o'clock, now we see that England, which is over here, is noon. So Rome is an hour ahead of England. I'll put Milan back in the middle. Is this perfect? No, it's an arts and crafts project, but we'll get an idea of what's actually happening here with a Renaissance clock. So I have Urbano Monte at about noon again, right about there. Now let's go see where Mexico City is, or on this map it's Mexico. And that's right about here. So we should have a time difference of about 8 hours. Now do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be roughly about 4 a.m. there. If it is noon in Rome. All right, now I can spin it and make it noon in Mexico. And that makes us in Rome around 8 o'clock. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Yeah, that lines up pretty close. All right, we get an idea of how this is working. Now we run into a little situation here. See, this is Japan. Now what Urbano Monte did is he made Asia just a little bit too wide, and this is okay because this is 1587. We're working with Renaissance, with sailors giving navigational information, and not everything was accurate. So on this map, if we go to Rome or close to Milan, we see that Japan is actually at about an 11-hour difference. So in actuality, even though Urbano Monte made a very precise drawing map of Japan, it should be over a little bit more into the 7 to 8 o'clock area. So this is a little discrepancy on the map. He stretched out Asia continent just a little bit too far and placed Japan just a little bit too far out. It should be a little bit more in this area, the 7 and 8 o'clock area. But overall, for Renaissance, this is pretty good. We still get a general idea. The clock still works right. It's just the positioning of certain land masses are a bit off. And if we laid a modern azimuthal or planisphere type of map on it, it would be a lot more accurate. All right, those are 3 good examples. And that is an arts and crafts project from home, explaining the Renaissance clock as the Earth spins. I just use some basic materials. I'll leave some images of what I've done. All right, where are you in the world? Are you in the Americas? There it is. All right, we're going back to Milan. Milan is right on top again. US is right here. Maybe 6. Let me see if I got this lined up yet. Yep, right about there. Wow. All right. Well, that was a nice arts and crafts explanation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe you can make one. If you do, I'm sure it'll look a lot nicer. But until then, we'll see you in the next video. I want you to have a great day. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.